for high roll or lottery?
Omar on the left, Dave Kaplan on the right. Both players have kept 7 ready to go. Dragon's Rage Channeler on turn 1.
Okay, I'll be on the play.
If you've been hanging out with us on stream for a while, you're aware of the talents of both of these players. This should be a good one. I like Omar's mat. I like Dave's mat. Who has the better mat? Here's a Ponder. Surveil. High Training Dr. AP wondering if Delver is the boogeyman of the format. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Mishra's Bauble dumped into the graveyard using Surveil. Okay, Twitch chat split so far on the playmat situation.
Oh, I never do.
We'll see what the YouTube commenters think.
I do 41 every time. Yeah. This is not to do 42.
No, no, I don't do 42. I do 43 to shove an extra land and
Take it,
for the extra 2 cards.
Halfway to Delirium. Omar says, I'll take it. And another Dragon's Rage Channeler. So if Delirium is achieved, this will be a fast clock. The Cephalid Breakfast deck, as most of you are aware, can quickly combo.
Oh, yeah. Saga trigger?
Urza's Saga. Flooded Strand getting correct. Swords on a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Attempting to slow down this potentially fast clock. It's not fast yet, but Delirium is easy enough to achieve.
Yep. Okay.
There's a Source of Plowshares on the stack. Dave thinking about reacting to that. There's the Saga can obviously pay for days.
All right. I'm gonna keep that on top. Okay.
Are we past the point now where I can say Cephalid Breakfast without having to explain what that deck is? Have we reached a point that Cephalid Breakfast is kind of universally known in the Legacy community?
And then after that, I will Ace picking up Tundra.
All right, Force pitching Force on the Swords. And that gets dazed. And Source of Plowshares is going to resolve. Dragon's Rage Channeler is exiled.
Go ahead.
Calamity says, I think I know what it does. All right, Calamity, tell us what it does, and then we'll tell you if you're right.
Oh, this is my turn. Drop.
New sub goal started.
Back up to 19.
Misty Rainforest getting cracked for Kaplan, who finds a trop, revealing the Temurness of this deck. All right, Delirium unlocked. We're swinging for 3.
Good. Draw. This goes up to 2.
Calamity absolutely right. Calamity absolutely right. There is also Nomads and Core, though.
I'm going to cast the Brain. So
Cast an Archimage.
And the current Cephalid Breakfast decks also use Nadu Winged Wisdom as well, which isn't exactly a game-ending combo necessarily, but is powerful. Questing Druid, getting cast for its Seek the Beast adventure.
Just so weird. It's a daze.
Okay, so the top card of the deck is a Daze, and Kaplan's thinking about surveilling it or exiling it to Seek the Beast, I guess? Okay. Daze and Brainstorm. And then Daze will be cast, countering the Narcomoeba.
Trigger again.
Yep.
Another look at the top card of the deck with Surveil from the Daze.
Playing another Misty. Shadow Realm.
Okay, Ponder is dumped into the graveyard. Don't need that, says Kaplan. And Omar will pass the turn. So the Brainstorm is in exile. Questing Druid also in exile, but on an adventure.
So it's until your end step. You can cast that, right?
Yes.
Right, absolutely right. Brainstorm can be cast until Dave's end step. Okay, Questing Druid gets cast, it resolves, then a Brainstorm. That'll trigger the Druid and the Dragon's Rage Channeler.
We'll leave that on top.
You know, Calamity asking a great question that I get a lot. How do the people afford these legacy decks? I can't speak on everybody's story. You know, it varies. But I bought my dual lands, the ones that I own. I don't even know how many I own. I own like 2 or 3 of every dual land. And I bought almost all of them in like 2012.
Draw. This goes up to 3. Thinking. I'll just float. Yep.
So it's not like I, sold out of crypto or something and bought a legacy deck. I've just had the cards for a long time.
Grab a Shuko.
I don't have any crypto, I'm just saying. Shuko is found by Urza's Saga. It is a combo piece, as Calamity in the chat pointed out before. Here's a Brainstorm for Omar. There is a colorless mana floating. High Train Conductor AP says some folks sold body parts. That, you know what, AP? Who knows? It's Kama saying others traded in cards for duels. Yeah, I know a lot of people that did that. I know some people that are just like, I have a high-paying job and I just bought Magic cards that I wanted and I don't really care. There's that. There's people that are like, I won this Underground Sea in a tournament. It just like there's so many different versions of the story.
I will, in response to the Brainstorm, attempt to leyline binding.
But there are a lot of players that you see on stream that I know for a long time that bought their duels a long time ago. Dave Kaplan wondering when the 90s MTG crypto is launching. Yeah. Probably never. What is crypto anyway? It's like I'm afraid to ask at this point. What the hell is going on?
Land for turn. Ending.
Here's Prismatic Ending on Dragon's Rage Channeler. Modern Horizons.
However you want.
No mana.
No Man's in Core. Uh-oh.
Equip to a Shuko. Go ahead.
Response to the
Oh.
equip.
Yeah, that's fine.
In response to the equip. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Lava Dart. What is the worst burn spell ever? The worst red spell that deals damage. What's the worst one? Okay, Unholy Heat takes out No Man's in Core. It's gone.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Grows the Questing Druid, by the way.
Seven.
Did we hit that? Did Kaplan remember that trigger? I guess so.
Yeah, so I'll talk over and if you want, I'll do it. So here's how it works.
Yeah. We're going to animate that.
Flare was pretty bad. Hey, Browbeat was cool.
Priority.
So every time that I do it, I get the surveil. So what you're going to do is you'll untap the land.
Okay, bolt you, hold priority, daze it. That triggers the Questing Druid twice. This is going to be 7 total.
Right, so what I'll do is I'll do that.
Pay for the daze.
Now the Arcane Creek is in my graveyard, right? So the next thing that I do is I have 8 spells.
Force down to 6.
Okay, force pitching daze on the lightning bolt, dropping to 6.
Days of the dead. I was on the top of my deck.
Six.
So now the next trigger, I don't target Wolf
Yep.
Dragon.
That counts any spell,
I target the
Any
Arcane
non-green
Fruit.
spell.
So now the
Or no, any blue, black, red, or white.
Yeah, I for some reason thought it was his sorcery.
All right, so Delver of Secrets ends the game because it triggers the Questing Druid one more time, putting it up to 6 power. Kaplan takes game 1.
Good luck.
All right, Mulligan has resolved. Kaplan has kept 6. Omar is on the play. Misty Rainforest pass. Volcanic Island. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Mishra's Bauble. Surveil.
Used to be a guy that came here a lot.
Another Mishra's Bauble. Surveil again. Breeze and Borrower dumped. Gonna take a look at the top card of Omar's deck. I didn't see what that was. Maybe Twitch chat saw it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Okay, end step fetch for Omar here. Probably going to Surveil. And Dave holding to draw that card on Omar's upkeep.
something fun. Keep on.
Kept it on top. Now Mishra's Bauble's going to take a look. It looked like it was a prismatic ending.
I'll draw. Playing islands, ending yours. Go.
Okay, that prismatic ending knocked out the Dragon's Rage Channeler. And we're back to no creatures on the board.
When you go turn 1, you play Temur. Play also cast Temur, cast Emery, and now it's like go from it. You don't even need the combo.
Wow, someone in the background is having a really tough time.
Stop getting so angry.
One land. Second time it happened. Wait, this is raising?
Some of these things
The
are
raging is
probably
flipping the
not.
table.
He's about to flip the table.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, here's a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Wasteland in the Meticulous Archive. I like that.
I get a win today, that's all that matters.
Tempo creature. Wasteland. Brainstorm. Wow, this is the best format.
Yeah, say go.
Down to like 1 life, and somehow it worked out.
Game 1, if I remember.
As we saw in game 1, Dragon's Rage Channeler can be a fast clock. Kaplan does have Delirium, sorcery, creature, artifact, land. Urza's Saga comes in. Urza's Saga looked for and found Shuko in game 1. I see Nadu in Omar's hand. How's everybody feeling about Nadu in Legacy at the moment? Does anybody have feelings they want to share with the class?
I'm at 16.
How's everybody feeling? Is everybody okay? Delver of Secrets. I'm Train Conductor AP says I feel fine about Nadu. Senate says he's fine. I don't like playing him personally. It's Kama says it's a good card. Salty says Nadu is kind of okay. Rand says not super fun to play, but seems fine. The thing is, okay, if we're going to be super fair here and explore the whole thing, there is that reality that, hold on, what the hell? Light Confidant just gifted 100 subs? Thank you, Light Confidant. That is amazing. Thank you, Light Confidant. Forget everything I was about to say. Light Confidant destroyed the chat just now with 100 gifted subs, moving up to number 4 on our all-time leaderboard. And a great moment. Thank you, Light Confidant. I really do appreciate that. I think we all do. That was amazing. Wow, let's talk about Nadu some more. Let's talk about Nadu some more.
Pick up the.
What else about Nadu?
So,
I mentioned Nadu, and Light Confidant was like, you know what? This is my moment.
this was it.
Thank you, Light Confidant, so much. Light Confidant now with beautiful badges in the chat. Saying, nice to see some Delver on stream, Dave Kaplan. Yeah, you know what? It is a pleasure to watch Kaplan jam some Delver, that's for sure.
Draw. This goes up to 3.
All right, Urza Saga goes up to 3. Omar is going to float a mana.
Soul Guide Lantern.
Okay, Soul Guy Lantern is found. Gonna take a look at Kaplan's graveyard.
Start getting up more tight at this point. So I will take the Power Blast.
Okay, Power Blast is selected. It is gone. Cavern of Souls on Wizard.
Green, use the floating. Nadu.
Here's Nadu. Cannot be countered. It is a wizard.
Yep. First trigger. Yep.
Okay, there is one Nadu trigger on the stack, and Kaplan is thinking about responding. It has been equipped with Shuko. That's where we are.
Experiments, foresight. So I get a 3, a 2, and a 1.
Light Confidant, loving the whole thing. Power Blast on Nadu, that'll trigger Nadu.
The second trigger.
From your.
Flooded Strand drops in. It looks like Omar's holding a Cephalid Illusionist. So Nadu will get blown up. Top card for the first trigger is a Tundra. Omar might fire out the Soul Guide Lantern to empty out the graveyard and prevent Murktides.
Ending.
Prismatic Ending will remove the Delver. Alright, Soul Guide Lantern stays put. Oh no, draw step. Alright, draw step doing exactly what I thought Omar would do, which is remove the graveyard, prevent Murktide, slow down potential Delirium for later.
Pitch Maze trigger.
Yep. I missed it. I wasn't sure.
Hedge Maze, Surveil.
I'll just say I'm at 11. I think I was at 12 prior. Sorry.
I just wasn't paying attention. Also,
No, I legitimately forgot if I did. Like, I can't remember if I did, but I don't know if it's because it was mundane or if I just didn't do it. Trigger. Keep on top, I guess.
Light Confidant calling out Cavern of Souls as a mistake by Wizards.
Carpet of Flowers.
Carpet of Flowers. Okay.
I'll make 3 green.
Yeah, you've got
I'll
this
use
is
one of
what
it,
was in my hand.
and this on Illusionist.
Uh-oh. Cephalid Illusionist.
I'm gonna mill 3 cards at a time. At least at a time, 2. Trigger. So I'll resolve the first trigger.
Okay, so an Unholy Heat in response to the first equip. Keep in mind, Shuko's ability is Sorcery Speed, so Cephalid Illusionist is going to die. Omar will mill a total of 6 cards. There was nothing that I saw there that was exciting in those 6 cards. Omar Hellbent now. Kaplan with no threats on the board, though. Yeah, life totals were a mistake. Looks like another Cephalid Illusionist was found. We're going to use the Cavern of Souls again to make some mana.
I'll spend one of it and this Illusionist. Yeah.
Cephalid Illusionist is in. Shuko is equipped. The library is milled. It looks like Dave Kaplan's just going to look through the deck here. Many of the cards in Kaplan's deck are actually in Korean. Collects Korean versions of cards for a long time.
This sounded really good. It's just like, if we just do a draw go,
Yeah, it's so small on camera, it's hard to see, but
There should be 2 Narcables.
they are Korean, many of the cards in the deck. All right, Omar takes game 2. We're moving on to game 3.
I will keep.
Like Confidant says, I have mostly Deutsch cards. Yeah. People have specific languages they like to collect for various reasons. Here's a Delver on turn 1 for Kaplan, who's on the play here for game 3. What I was beginning to say before, when Light Confidant kind of blew up the stream for a second in the best way, we have in Legacy cards like Nadu that create gameplay where you're like resolving something over and over again for a while. There are other decks that do similar things. Like in defense of Nadu, if we're going to be like honest with ourselves about the gameplay of Legacy, you have like, and I know it's not tier 1 or whatever, but you have like Allurin combo, for example, just one example. Glimpse of Nature stuff. I mean, it all kind of falls in that category, in my opinion, of stuff that just kind of goes on and on and on. And then you have like Echo of Eons decks. So it's possible that at this point Nadu is just a part of Legacy. It's another Allurin or Glimpse of Nature or, gameplay kind of drags for a while kind of gameplay. And metagame-wise, it's fine. Yeah, Risen Reef Elementals is a similar thing. I think it's fair to put all that kind of gameplay in one category. Does anyone disagree? Does anyone think I'm crazy?
I will pop on a Delver.
Swords to Plowshare is fired off on a Delver. If these Delvers would have flipped, it would have been a very fast clock, so removing a Delver feels like an important move here for Omar. This one's going to flip. Brainstorm revealed. Insectile Aberration ready to go. Yeah, Dredge decks can work that way as well. Like Confidant says, I don't hate Nadu, but I hate birds. Figure that one out. Interesting. Yeah, like the Dredge decks. It's just like your opponent, if you're playing against them, it's like your opponent's turn. It feels like for way too long sometimes. So maybe in the end, Nadu kind of worked out. But I guess I was wondering what all of you think. I don't feel super worried about it at the moment. I was really worried when Nadu did not get banned, if I'm being honest, in the December banned and restricted update. But right now, I just feel like, maybe this worked out. Maybe it's not so bad. But usually, when it comes to these topics, I tend to feel like I'm the crazy one and everybody else is not in agreement with how I feel. All right, Swords on the second Insectile Aberration as a third Delver has hit the board. Slowing down that clock, but the offense is still there. Let's see if this one flips. Lightning Bolt on top. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Cephalid Breakfast already has that kind of gameplay where you're like, taking a whole bunch of game actions. Yeah, people usually fast forward through it. Yeah, it's like not always done one by one, the milling with Illusionist. I get that, but especially on Magic Online, if you're going to insist your opponent plays it out, it's going to be a lot of clicking. Yeah. High Trinket Conductor AP says, I think the floor for Nadu is a bit worse than the floor for other cards. End step Brainstorm after Riz's Saga.
Even if I'm 2 blocks away, it's still like, man, I could rally my opponent today. Like, that's pretty cool. 2 blocks on me.
That's the way I feel about that.
You're gonna have to spend it to me.
But before that resolves, I'm gonna cast the brain surge. So draw 4 with 2 on top, or that's in response to the trigger. Hitting your going towards your left side. Oh, wait. It was 2 different. Wait, would it bump up back or something?
No, not above back. It's not technically. I live right above the near coffee table house.
Yeah, the Cephalid breakfast deck is probably not going anywhere unless, you know, Narcomoeba gets banned or something strange, or Thassa's Oracle, or I don't know.
You got 11.
Until the game's over. No.
Or some kind of new disruptive card ruins it somehow. I don't know what that card would look like, but just makes breakfast just unplayable.
I forgot to play a lane, like game 2, just missed the reanimate.
Which can happen. I mean, there have been combo decks that just like get completely wiped out by a new disruptive card. Rapdigger's Cage. That's a good disruptive card right there.
Upkeep, draw for your bubble. I'll draw turn. 2.
He also had constructs if I had to. Maybe it's sacred construct block. Yeah.
Archive turn.
Decklists Archive, Surveil.
Oh no, Yassi won. The game playing.
4, 5, 6,
I
7,
did
8.
have
Like Confidant says, it will be an instant called Brunch that stifles with split second or something. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's probably a card you can invent that would, if it, was in a lot of decks, would just completely destroy breakfast and remove it from the metagame entirely. If that's what you wanted to do as a designer. All right, so Omar's going to drop to 3 here on this attack. Here's the Lightning Bolt, Hydroblast.
So with the Miracle Trigger,
Pyroblast, you back. That is the match. Wow. What an ending. Hydroblast gets Pyroblasted, and the game ends on a Lightning Bolt. Just like roughly 1995. GG's. Kaplan gets it.